GamePub up 1-0 versus Astana Dragons. And with Astana Dragons on the T side here, they've got their work cut out for them. And after that, I mean, just that, not a stomp per se, but rough start to their series on Nuke. It's going to take a little bit of time here for Astana to recover themselves, I think.
Yeah, and especially since, you know, this is GamePub's choice of side. So they obviously have something prepared on CT side. And that should, you know, that wouldn't make you more comfortable if you're Astana Dragons. But we'll have to see, you know, they're a renowned team on Mirage. We know they're really good, so it's going to be fun to see what they can pull out.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This was actually pretty cool here. I mean, B site right now is pretty open. We do have the rotation coming in now, but is it going to be there in time? NENO is watching from short. He's getting flashed out quite a bit, but there we go. He spots two guys making their way out of apartments, and this is going to be the question. Can they hold on here? KucheNYL is actually taking some shots already in kitchen, and all the rotation. It's just a 5-on-5 smackdown that's going to be happening on the B site. Emmy picks up one. KucheNYL comes back, gets one of his own, but Angel with the double kill. It's a 3-on-2 situation. Kucher holds from the site, and it's all down to markeloff now. He's up in the B apartments. He gets taken out, and in the blink of an eye, the 5v5 struggle, the knife fight in the alley, and GamePub come out on top. The hell is going on here?
GamePub are doing really solid retakes. They're working as much as a team as it actually can be at the moment. I mean, that retake, you know, you had everyone going at the same time, checking the right spots, pretty much doing, you know, in theory, you know, the necessary and easy things to do, but, you know, actually executing them in a game situation is so much harder. So, and they're doing it, you know, to a T right now.
That's the thing, but look at this, man. Look at what Astana are doing. Second round, and they go for 2 AKs in armor. markeloff even going P250 armor. This could catch them completely off guard here, GamePub. And that's what Astana Dragons are hoping for with this kind of play.
I really do like this play from Astana. It's a really cool way to go about it. Dosia, though, getting caught out standing on top of the boxes for some reason.
Yeah, that's some inspired play there from Dosia. Not really sure he's too pleased with the outcome, however, and that's an AK down already here for Astana. So they need to find a way to be able to get out here and actually pick one of these up, or pick it up, rather, get a teammate on it. There we go. markeloff managing to get his hands on it. So, but this is still alerted GamePub. This is the problem now. The GamePub know that Astana Dragons have much more than they're supposed to at this point. That it's not just P250 armor, or it's not just Glocks. There's actually rifles on the board here, and now NiKO is going to go ahead. Quick trade, 1-for-1 there, but it's still the man advantage here for GamePub, and the rotation comes in. Great flank coming in. KucheNYL gets 2, gets 3. Okay then, KucheNYL.
That was just a great move by KucheNYL. Really well done, catching the first guy on catwalk off guard. Picking up the guy, you know, one of the guys who didn't buy up that round with ease and taking out AdreN to finish it off the round. But I do like Astana's buy. It's actually a really cool thing. If you get a certain amount of kills, or, you know, if you get the bomb down, you're able to do that and basically just drop AKs and go AK armor. And it seems like they want to try, you know, a pick-based style during their buy rounds, as we see GamePub slaughtering Astana.
That was brutal.
You know, it seems like Astana wants to play a pick-based style because otherwise that buy wouldn't make sense. But I'm thinking we're going to see somewhat similar things to what we saw in Nuke. Astana just taking their time, trying to get picks, and, you know, going from there instead of set strats where they're basically just rushing with coordinated smokes off the get-go. But, you know, it remains to see. But that's kind of the feeling I'm getting after watching that AK buy in the second round.
That's you know, you're right. I mean, it does really play up to that fact. And right now, I mean, again, Astana Dragons still playing it. This could get pretty dicey here for Emmy. However, he did spot one, and he spots both. And there's the spray. Does a lot of damage to Angel. Gets the 2 kills. Big play from Emmy. Right place, right time. But he just completely shut that down for Astana. And all of a sudden, Astana, blink of an eye, they're back down to 3 guys here. And they have to try and find a way to work this pick style. This is going to be very rough.
Yeah, and they're very spread out now. And at this point, they can only hope to find picks. But as we've seen on Nuke, GamePub doesn't really let them get that picks. They play defensively, and as I say, obviously Caster's Curse. MI gets picked off by AdreN. But still, this should be GamePub's round. You know, that now they've got a gauge of where things are about to go down.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Now it's all going to be, well, there we go. The shot comes in from NiKO. It's all going to be on markeloff now, last man alive for Astana Dragons. He's worked his way out from ramp. He's got the bomb. And with 30 seconds, it's not the end of the world, but still, the Triangle of Doom is forming up here. And this is going to be a very, very tough situation here for markeloff. He needs to find one, and if he can, there we go. Great reaction from him. Picks off NENO as he comes around that corner. Now it's all down to NiKO and KucheNYL. But KucheNYL's got the position in CT. As soon as he hears this plant go down, markeloff goes for the fake and doesn't get the kill. KucheNYL secures the kill, and that is going to be the 4th round. Such an important round coming through for GamePub again and again. This feels like we're having flashbacks to Nuke here, man. That start, it just seems like GamePub just have everything dialed in right now.
They're on point for sure. I'm seeing a lot of similarities from Nuke actually. You know, again, NENO's the guy going aggressive and dying while his 2 teammates are the ones holding back and, you know, kind of just closing out the round. And that's kind of been like a thing actually with NENO going aggressive. You know, I'm guessing it's a part of their game plan in some sorts. I'm hoping it is. But yeah, a lot of similarities right now. GamePub are just playing a really solid and safe CT side.
They're going all over the place. Look at this, and I mean NiKO, he gets spotted out, and this is just Astana on the hunt. They know that he's around here with the op. They're just trying to find him in the end. Angel again getting some shots, but there's Emmy. Managed to pick up the 1. So that's Whorehouse cleaned up. Now Dosia's still waiting in underpass. He's still waiting for NiKO to show up here. And NiKO's actually predicting this. He's trying to put shots through the wall on him. He's like, okay, there's got to be somewhere around here spotting. Oh, and there we go. The little pop. He spots Dosia out. Misses the shot. But this is still going to be the A play in the end as they do manage to close out and pick off the man mid. Now 3 members working their way up here for Astana Dragons, but this is going to be so rough. You still have Intel alive at the back in CT, and he gets 1. Everybody actually getting a piece of the action there.
And again, just a nice and solid controlled round from GamePub. And this time, you know, unlike Nuke, for once, they're not letting weapons go you know, not letting weapons go down versus eco rounds. So they're building quite the bank as well.
Yeah, this is looking very solid so far. I mean, we're just having flashbacks here to Nuke, really. Astana Dragons, this pick style that they're trying to make work for them, seems as GamePub have their number. They're not letting them get the picks, and then even if they do get the pick, rather than try and rush forward and try and make up for it, GamePub are just slow playing it, taking their sweet time with everything. And that is so cool, but now we're going to have the quick play here. It looks like Astana Dragons, they want to go for brute force. We still have Intel alive at the back of sight. Emmy's holding from the spot itself. And Astana Dragons have yet to manage to make their way out onto the spot itself either. As well. There's the shot coming out from Angel. He does manage to pick up the 1. But we still have all the members rotating in for GamePub. They are still coming back into this.
And NENO with the backstab right there.
6 shot. That's bomb dropped. And this is such a problem now. There's the headshot. And it's all going to be down to NiKO. In fact, he's lost his teammates all of a sudden. Astana Dragons, the brute force method has worked. There's the shot from NiKO. Misses Angel. But they know exactly where he is now. Problem is that he's sitting with his eyes on the bomb. They need to actually catch him out somehow. Dosia spots. There we go. NiKO, such a shot. But Angel comes around the corner, catches him by surprise, and that is finally going to be Astana Dragons getting on the board with 1 round.
Was that a no-scope from NiKO?
That or very, 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 very quick scope.
I think that was a no-scope. That was a crazy shot.
That was a sick shot. That was like instant death. He just spotted him and Dosia died.
That was cool to see. Like, unfortunately, NENO had to survive and pit there for GamePub to actually get control over the bomb site. You know, the second he goes down, it's a tough round to win, especially when Angel gets that kill in on the guy in CT spawn. But you know, a round for Astana, a very much needed round for Astana, more to the point, and now they just have to do what they didn't do on Nuke, which is lose the the following round because money's not good.
That's the thing. They need to get that follow-up. They absolutely do. I mean, for now, we just have a big bar of blue here. I mean, 5 rounds in a row for GamePub. We need to start seeing some yellow on the board here. Now this could be Astana Dragons' opportunity. Angel tries to rush in. He gets picked off by Emmy. That's them trying to throw them for a loop because now the play is actually happening over here on B. The bomb is in the apartments, and they're going to try and get on the spot as quickly as possible, but NENO is holding right here under him. He gets the shot, and he does manage to pick off AdreN. Doesn't even make it out of the apartments. As soon as his feet touch the ground, he is dead. And now, oh man, as soon as they come out again, midair, NENO just shuts them down. This is brutal, and it's just going to be Kucher in a 1-on-4 with the bomb dropped, and he's been spotted out. They know exactly where he is now. No hope. NiKO with the headshot seals it up, and that is that follow-up round we were talking about that the Astana Dragons desperately needed. That's it going flying out the window, riddled with bullets.
And as you can see, you know, Angel picks up an AK because he had the most bank, or he was the only one with any resemblance of a bank on the Astana team, but the rest of the guys are just drained for money right now, and this is not a good situation to be in if you're Astana.
Yeah, this is just their backs to the wall, and they're trying to go for that same kind of play again. You know, they're putting the AK on Angel. They're hoping to just catch them off guard here. Angel will be the man to take point, but there's the flash coming around the corner. They're trying to catch him out as well, and Emmy just doing what he does best, racking up kills. He's gonna get a third. No, he gets denied it, but there's a man behind you, and that is Dosia, and he does manage to get one before getting taken out. But that was still a very fine round again. GamePub again, just looking. They're looking indomitable right now.
Yeah, they're looking extremely strong. I mean, who expected this coming into this game? I mean, you know, we were talking about you could play devil's advocate and be like, yeah, GamePub might get one map. But right now it's more like, oh god, can Astana actually get a couple of rounds? I mean, GamePub are just playing so well right now.
On this CT side, man, maybe what you said, you know, like CT, they're like a CT team specialist, perhaps, because their CT side just looks so tight, so solid. And now, well, we have Astana Dragons trying to execute here, so they're going to go with smokes and flashes onto the A site, and again, they're going to go for the brute force message first, try and get out here, but Emmy already finding one, Intel gets another, and that's the bomb drop now, and Angel, he's looking at that bomb, he wants it so bad, but he is not going to get it quite yet. Managed to pick off NiKO on the rotation, but this is still a 4-on-3 situation for GamePub. Make it 4-on-2, 4-on-1, they're dropping like flies, and there's AdreN getting taken out in the end. 4 members survive again for GamePub. What is going on?
And, you know, we've talked about this throughout the first map on Nuke. These guys make adjustments on the spot as to, you know, what went wrong in previous rounds. The one round Astana Dragon picked up, they did the exact same strat. Exact same thing. And this time around, they managed to get 1 kill. I mean, GamePub are just... they're just doing everything right. They're making the correct decisions in every single round right now, and you know that's why they're up 8-1. And I'm having a hard time seeing how Astana can actually come back from this.
That's the real question too, man. I'm really wondering. Like they've tried to go for picks, that hasn't worked. Now they've tried to switch it up and go for executed strats. You know, smokes, flashes, whole shebang. And that's not working. What's left in their bag of tricks? You know, what do they got left to fall back on? This is the real problem here for Astana, and all of a sudden, I mean, we're looking at an 8-round lead. GamePub just tearing away. That was an NiKO for Astana, so now we're actually going to see the AKs making their way out onto the field. No op, though, so that's something to take note of as well. And NiKO's actually gotten rid of his op. He's sticking with the M4A1, it seems. So no snipers on this Mirage, sadly enough, you know, no matter how entertaining it is, and no matter how capable NiKO is with the op as he's demonstrated. But this is, no, pardon me?
No, I mean, if we see, it just came to me that if we see 9-2 now, this is an exact mirror of the nuke, to the point. Like
right.
the ramp progression has been the exact same, like similar playstyles, similar happenings really, and you know it's the same thing that's coming through for GamePub. It's rotations and team play and just making adjustments on the fly. But right now it doesn't look too well, and for Astana in hopes of getting a second round as they're down 1 man and
NiKO's he's for a second there I thought that he just knew, but now he's actually spotted out Angel. Gonna find that. No, KucheNYL gets 1. Angel actually takes out NiKO, so we're back down to a 2-on-2. Angel actually managing to pick off nobody. Kucher goes down to KucheNYL as well, and now all of a sudden, Angel, you're caught in a corner. You're miles away from the bomb. I mean, he's gonna turn tail and run and try and pick that up. See if he can catch them off guard.
But GamePub doesn't know that the bomb is down towards mid. They might suspect something as he doesn't, you know, show himself at the A bomb site. But they have no clue that the bomb is down here.
Wait a second, but the steps. KucheNYL must hear this. Yeah, there you go. Angel just running way too loud, but then again, he was so pressed for time. He picked up that bomb with like 25 seconds left, so...
Yeah, he had to leg it.
Yeah, you gotta leg it. You gotta hoof it, man. You can't give up any time. Problem is that KucheNYL's sitting smack in the middle of the map, and he's got his ears pricked. He knows what's up. But,
and finally, like, we break that cycle of kind of mirroring actions from Nuke, and well, it's not for the better for Astana Dragons as they're down 10-1 now.
This is looking just harder and harder for Astana. One round. And all of a sudden you're wondering what happened to the Astana that we saw versus LGB on this map, where it was that nail biter 16-14. All of a sudden things are looking pretty grim here. And I think if anybody's surprised, it's Astana. Like, Astana have got to be wondering what the hell is going on. Why can we not execute?
Nothing seems to be working for them, and you know, it's a team made of star players, and none of the stars have really shown up so far. I mean, just looking at the scoreboard, everyone's down in the drain, really. Nothing's working.
One kill for AdreN. Like, that is very brutal. But here we go. They're trying to change things up now. There's a good opportunity. KucheNYL, however, managing to get a one before getting taken out. This is going to be the A spot, and this is going to be the opportunity here for Astana Dragons to make their mark now. Get on that board with the second round. He does spot out Dosia, but Dosia's quicker. Gets the headshot on NENO, and that is going to be the second round there for Astana Dragons. So a very important round indeed. They need to get more of those to have a fighting chance here, seeing as how GamePub already off to a pretty good start on this CT side. I mean, 10 rounds on the belt, and they've still got a few more left.
It's looking really good for GamePub right now. But you know, if you want to look at the positive sides for Astana, they survived with so many members from the last round that even if they lost this one, they should be able to, you know, throw some guns around and actually equip everyone for another buy round after this one, which is, you know, kind of a nice cushion to have, especially when you're down with the numbers they are right now. So at least a glimmer of hope, I guess, for Astana Dragons, but they need to get the 3 next rounds.
They can't afford to give up anything at all now at this point. Rifles, rounds, it all matters for Astana. And, well, again, we've seen this kind of pick style where they're just trying to spread out across the map and see if they can find somebody out of position. But so far, GamePub have given them nothing to work with. We're approaching the 50-second mark. We have yet to get a kill. And one flash is going to go down, so that's going to alert Angel. And you see him repositioning himself there thanks to the X-ray, trying to peek at window, see if he can spot somebody. But again, it's actually going to be markeloff walking right into the waiting arms of Emmy, and NiKO finds Angel as he tries to work his way in through connector. So now this is the end of days. NENO already in a good position. KucheNYL there to support, and this is looking brutal here. 2 members left alive for Astana Dragons. AdreN is going to have to take point. He's going to have to get some work done. But there are 3 members already on the spot with 2 wrapping around from short. This bomb is locked tight. It's a goddamn safe. And there you go. 2 kills. Blink of an eye. They go for the quick trade. AdreN manages to pick off NENO. So saving a little bit of honor there, but that is an 11th round for GamePub. And this is just spiraling out of control. But there we go. There we go. Dosia has picked up an op. Is he going to give it to markeloff? Is he going to give it to Kucher?
Is he actually holding on to that
He's
himself?
holding on to the op.
So they've opted to go for an op instead of actually getting to AK, or one more AK to teammate. But so far so good. Dosia getting the first frag. And that's something we haven't seen a lot, actually, Astana getting entry frags.
That's right. That is a big deal here. This is going to be giving them that boost of confidence, I think. Now it's their time to shine. AdreN going to get spotted, though. This is the problem. Intel's actually spotted him out, so AdreN now knows that there's a man below. And there we go. The molly going to go down onto the ramp. They wrap up. Oh, no, they line up for him, and the spray from Intel isn't going to quite cut it. But still, the teammates wrapping in. The Molotov cutting the team in half. You even have Dosia, who couldn't actually move forward to support his teammates. He's still out of range of the bomb, and this is a real problem here. But there we go. The flank comes in from markeloff, and it doesn't work. And now it's all down to Dosia with this op that he bought.
And this is such a hard position to win, especially given how correctly GamePub have played all of their, you know, advantageous positions so far. And, you know, there we see NiKO not pushing out, letting NENO get the backstab completed, and another round for GamePub. And they're looking incredible right now. I mean, some people will probably talk about this as being Astana playing, you know, not up to their Astana level, I guess. But when you stomp a team like Astana this hard, it's because you're playing incredible CS. End of story.
Agreed. There's no discussion here. This is really just a near perfect first half. 12-2, looking likely to have 13-2 here. Already the spray down coming in from KucheNYL and Emmy, both getting kills. The bomb is up in apartments. Dosia's going to try and do the best he can to stay alive, but there we go. Dosia actually managing to pick up the one. We still have NENO alive, however, and he's waiting, but the flank is coming in. This is the problem. They've managed to find him in the end, and now it's going to come down to the 3 remaining members. NiKo's got to the op. He's looking for the shot, but there is Dosia and markeloff looking to hold on to the site.
They haven't picked up any weapons, or their Dosia picks up a Colt, but markeloff is without a weapon.
Oh, the shot comes in, actually. That was a sick shot there from Dosia, but now he's caught in a 2v1. And the problem is he's now, you know, the shoe's on the other foot because Dosia now has to worry about the flank coming in here. Emmy comes around his corner, pre-fires as best he can. He's not going to work it. And Dosia actually clutches it for Astana. 2 kills coming in at the end there with the P250 spraying wildly. He gets the job done.
And Dosia actually aced that round. He got all 5 members of GamePub.
That was all the Dosia.
And, you know, kind of a questionable decision from GamePub not, you know, stacking up even more with the last remaining, 2 last remaining members, and basically just trying to run over him. They kind of went in one-on-one, letting Dosia basically get some, you know, some cover space to cover while waiting for the last one. But you know, 12 rounds is CT. It's still a phenomenal job. But you know, this is a Dosia that Astana needs.
Yeah, I can't agree more with you, man. Like, all of a sudden, now Dosia, who was bottom fragging on Nuke for Astana, he's woken up. Ace for him puts him on the top of the board, but even before that, he was still floating mid of the pack right behind Angel. So, I mean, Dosia's getting back into this match in a meaningful way. That could be that final round, that breath of fresh air, perhaps, you know, where it's like, oh, we are capable of doing big things here. We are capable of actually executing and, well, relying on one member basically to shine that starlight. And, you know, open up the rounds for him. But now we get into the second half here. The first round, AdreN already taken a hefty amount of damage over at window. Mid is not how they wanted to start things, Astana, but this is still an opportunity for them. They absolutely need to take this pistol, just like on Nuke. They need to take this pistol to keep their hopes alive here in this match.
Right now, I mean, we can see GamePub are just taking it, you know, very slowly and pushing methodically. Obviously, they want mid control because that's what you want on Mirage. And they're just taking their sweet time with this. There's probably going to be something similar, or like a catwalk push with the KucheNYL, you know, being the nuisance coming up from BAPS. And here we go.
It seems like it. He's already Angel, great flash around the corner. markeloff is actually managing to get quite a few kills as well. And all of a sudden, Angel is going to get caught, but this is all going to be down to Intel. And well, that was actually the solid hold that we were looking for there, Astana Dragons. All of a sudden, they just locked down hard on that B site. markeloff, everybody getting a piece of the action, it seems. And markeloff gets overrun in the end, but still, this is Intel. He's got the bomb, but he's only got 30 seconds to work with. Not a whole lot of time to just leg it from one spot to the other. And, well, Astana Dragons, they've managed to hold on to this pretty nicely. They've still got 3 guys on B, and that's the right call to make, seeing as how there's 20 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to poke about Intel and see if he can get any kind of information out. But he's still going to be walking right into the waiting arms of Astana. At this point, Astana,
yeah, right.
They have no way to lose this.
Right now, he just wants to die, pretty much. And, you know, there he goes, dying. Because you don't want to let the time run out in the pistol, because that leaves you with $150, which is, you know, not a lot to work with.
Well, that's a bit of a problem.
So, yeah, like, he had nothing else to do. I mean, he's probably looking for, you know, that one frag to kind of bolster up his economy a tad, but couldn't find it, so, you know, just run in somewhere and die.
That's what you hope for, but now it's going to be the YOLO B play. I love it, man. Dosia, he loves that Maiden perfectly, but he's so close to getting rushed down. NiKO can't quite find the shot, and in the end, he doesn't get it. It's going to be down to his teammates now, but Dosia's still hanging in there, still alive somehow. He finally bites the dust. markeloff takes a lot of damage, but it is a 2-on-3, and they are going to get the plant. GamePub, they did their work so far. Anything more is gravy, and they just, I mean, they're merciless. Look at this NENO! Rushes into apartments and picks off 2. It's all going to be down to AdreN now. They just have to hold. This is so important. Angel just gave away. I mean, he's been stomping around the entire spot. They know what's up, and they're playing it so smart as well. They're just not showing themselves. And the turnaround for GamePub. The eco round crush Astana Dragons with the perfect first round get completely slammed in the second.
That was an eco ace by NENO.
Oh, okay then.
An eco ace, like holy hell! And that move he did, you know, jumping through the windows into kitchen, completely catching Astana off guard, just straight up won them the round. I mean, at the point where, you know, they get the bomb down, already there. That's the victory in their book. They got the bomb down. They got a couple of frags.
That's what
Great
you're thinking.
You know?
That's what you're thinking, because you get 3. They got like 2 kills in the bomb plant. They're like, sweet, well, good. But then NENO's like, nah, that's not enough. Hold on, I'll be right back. He like jumps through the window. This is like some Die Hard shit. I'm just picturing an explosion going off in the background behind him. He's leaping through windows, and everybody just dies. But now, speaking of dying, DosiaN does just that. He had a rifle as well, so that's a rifle down for Astana. They're going for a bit of the gamble gaming, putting 4 over on A, and that is not going to work out here.
Yeah, they just have to save that rifle on markeloff right now, and they're probably going to go opt to save the 5.7s and the deagles as well. So maybe they'll send Angel out on kind of a solo mission to pick one off. But oh well, it looks like they're all going to stick together for the most part.
And this is, I mean, basically, this is kind of all they can hope to do, isn't it? I mean, they've got Kevlar, they got helmets, they've still got pistols that they've invested in, and markeloff has still got that M4. So just, stay alive, don't give them away. It's whether GamePub is going to allow this to stand. That's the real question. They're already on the hunt. I mean, Emmy's already going to be the first guy over here. In fact, we may have NENO spotting him out, but he's still alive. He did spot one in apartments, it seems. He stops. Yeah, Emmy finds AdreN, so there's a little bit of damage going their way.
Luckily for Astana, that wasn't markeloff. They kind of wrapped around markeloff, really just like a protective bubble wrap.
That's pretty much it. I mean, keep his ass alive, man. He's got the M4. But the double scout comes out, man. Look at this play. What the hell are we seeing? Dosia, he's got a scout. Is he going to get any luck?
I mean, desperate time calls for desperate meets. I mean...
What's crazy is they go for the doubles. They go for the stack again. Same play coming out from Astana Dragons. 4 over on A and just Dosia holding on B.
And it kind of looks like the right move. I mean, the bomb's over in B apps right now on NENO, but we've got 3 GamePub players posted up. But who knows? They might try to just fake it.
Well, there's a nice headshot coming out there. Actually, good work coming in. KucheNYL manages to find one. AdreN gets a shot, but Dosia was quickly rotating off. In fact, no, he turns around, misses a shot point blank, misses a second shot. Now he's going to get overrun, and now NENO's in position to get the plant. He's going to get that down. They will notch this up so far as a pretty decent round, Astana. Or at least GamePub, rather. Now it's up to Astana to root them out of here. But they are getting into a good position to do just that. KucheNYL has to be so careful, though. He gets caught reloading, and that's the worst-case scenario. NENO's going to be the last man alive. He does spray down markeloff, but takes way too much damage. And he will just get overrun now. That's so unfortunate, though. Getting caught out, KucheNYL just getting caught out with the reload just as they come through the smoke.
But, at the end of the day, they kind of salvaged the round. The fake on A didn't pan out at all, given the Astana stack, and KucheNYL and AdreN putting out some great shots, doing a lot of damage to the guys on A. So just getting the bomb down and really making sure you're able to buy once again is big enough for GamePub with the kind of lead they have right now.
That's the thing. They have so many rounds to work with. It is a hike, a real mission for Astana Dragons at this point to even get back into this match, let alone take it. So now, GamePub, they get the bonus money from that plant. They get the buy, and now, well, they already trying to put this to work.
Yeah, they're really adamant about actually, grabbing control over that middle area. They really want to, get a good grip of what's going on. And Angel takes a lot of damage and eventually goes down to NENO there in Horror House. And this opens up a lot of room. Like, if you pull up the overview map, you can see how much space there is between Dosia and markeloff right now. Like, Astana are in a rough spot now. They have to hold perfectly.
This is so tricky, isn't it? I mean, now we have the split coming in as well. And it looks like they just want to come in from all angles. You've probably got KucheNYL, he's working his way underpass. So they're going to fully commit to the A side, it looks like, here, GamePub. They're getting in a position to just crack it wide open.
Wondering if they might want to try to boost up there, or if they're aware of the fact that markeloff, is lurking about mid with the op right there. But
there's the flashes, and now the party begins. KucheNYL gets flashed, though. Don't know if he got spotted, but we have the counter flashes coming out, in fact, and we still have AdreN alive at the back, but he's in the smoke. He's actually going to push through this smoke, looking to take advantage of that, catch them off guard, but it's not going to work. And now he's in a really tight spot here. markeloff has to work his way through CT, but he's blocked off by the same smoke. He's trying to go for some spray, but that's not going to happen, and he loses his teammate in the meantime. It's all down to markeloff now. Nigh impossible situation. 1v3. The triangle is set. He spots out intel over in connected, but it's not going to be enough. Emmy on the flank. picks him off, and that is going to be, well, the nail in the
Match
coffin
point.
here for Astana Dragons. 15-5 the score.
It's match point. Like, who would have thought?
In their wildest dreams, the guys who bet GamePub, who bet their rares or bet money or whatever on GamePub right now are going to be rolling in it. They're going to be so happy.
It's crazy. I mean, damn. GamePub are just playing so well. I mean, you can't really fault Astana because GamePub are just doing the right things. I'm actually amazed at how well they're playing. I mean, sure, they could win Nuke because it started CT and, you know, CT side of the map, but they've just shown that they just know what they're doing. Straight up. They just know how to play CS.
It's yeah, you're right, man. It's just so apparent. The Astana Dragons, they really haven't come close, and now Astana Dragons, we can see here, you know, they're really having to stretch their money in this final round. Full FAMAS buy, apart from the M4 on Angel, that's all they're going to have to work with here. It's going to be very tough indeed, but again, they go for the control mid, and again, actually, markeloff managing to start off strong here. Slaps him around a little bit, picks off NiKO, and then manages to get back around that corner. So there we go. There's the opening here for Astana Dragons. Now, are they going to let this slide here? GamePub doesn't look like it. Intel manages to pick off Angel. And there's Dosia with the massive spray down. Double kill for Dosia. But the flank is coming in from KucheNYL, and Dosia has to be worried. But not before getting a triple kill. Killing the entire short push single-handedly. And then markeloff comes in and picks off KucheNYL. Well, we just can't count Astana Dragons out, can we?
No, we can't. And, you know, if Astana gets... The big thing is, if Astana gets entry frags, that, you know, makes the job so much easier for them. Because up till this point, they've pretty much just got picked off one by one without really having, you know, any response to it. And we saw there, you know, markeloff getting the first frag and mid being huge. And right now, Angel picking up the entry frag. And, you know, just gets the ball rolling.
Yeah, this is looking very good. I mean, they just tried to go for the YOLO play, in fact, GamePub. Dosia and markeloff over on B, they've woken up all of a sudden. Let's take a look at their scores. They're just hopping right back up there. Dosia sitting at the top now, 18-17 his score. markeloff slowly closing the gap as well. But GamePub, they're still playing like, okay, we've got such a vast safety net below us that we can afford to just try and shake things up and go for these aggressive plays, or just try and completely change how we approach this. But they gotta be a little rattled, I think. You know, that was a pretty dominant 2 rounds in a row, in fact, for Dosia.
Yeah, you don't want to awaken the beasts that are, you know, that Astana have on their team. I mean, if Dosia or markeloff or, you know, if pretty much any one of the players gets hot, you're gonna have a bad time. But as we say, that NiKO does his best to, you know, cool off markeloff.
With the P250 at range too. That is not good. And now Kucher is actually gonna go ahead and not get the kill. Angel getting one. There we go. Kucher gets another. So 2 for 2 on both of these players. And now it's all gonna be down to KucheNYL, last man alive with this P250. If he can get one more kill here, they'll be happy with this. He comes around the corner, tries to go for AdreN, but doesn't. Dosia doesn't give him the chance. Shoots him in the back before he can even do anything at all. And that is going to be the 8th round now for Astana Dragons. And finally, in fact, Astana Dragons starting to get a little bit of a bank on their side. Not that that really matters at this point, seeing as how if they lose, they're dead. But hey, you know, not bad.
Yeah, like regardless, you know, taking money out of the equation, you know, just not dying really feels pretty good when you've gotten stomped on, as they have so far in this game. So, you know, that you always want to get that good feeling.
Alright, well, that was a very graceful arc that we can see, but we see all the smokes actually going out now. It's all going to be down to AdreN. Picks off NiKO. Perfect play there. And now the setup from his teammates. They are still alive. Kucher, markeloff, AdreN, everybody getting a piece of the action. And all of a sudden, GamePub. Another very quick round from them as far as execution goes. But, you know, as far as results, Astana Dragons, they just, they managed to pull that off perfectly, in fact.
Yeah, that was a great hold, and you know, you wonder if GamePub actually want to try to go back to that pick and play style instead of doing set strats, as they've kinda, or you know, half-heartedly tried the last few rounds. And I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, you just see pretty standard setup from them in the next spy round. You know, trying to get control over mid, and NiKO again getting that entry frag with the P250.
Dude, that was sick. It was the one-click headshot. Pushes his way through smoke and actually completely caught them off guard. That was a one-for-one trade that Astana Dragons, they don't want to be giving up. You know, We have Intel actually pushing out. He does spot out Angel, but unfortunately gets picked off by markeloff and connectors. So that's going to be a bit of a problem, but this is drawing a lot of attention over to A. We have markeloff actually rotating over. It's actually going to be Dosia standing strong, drops the bomb, gets 2 kills, and now all of a sudden, this play here from Emmy, it was good, it was inspired, but his teammates needed to live.
But he does have a weapon though, so he might, you know, get a kill or 2, or he might come out of there with an extra weapon. So
if he can get if he can get a couple kills here, it's like okay then, you know, have a little bit of an effect. He does not manage, however, to pick off Kucher. So Kucher, he lives to fight another day, and he decides to, you know, Emmy was just very tired with it all. That's the thing. You know, he decided to lay down and take a little nap. You can see them in the shade. Must be hot outside. You know,
yeah, Mirage seems to be in
a ponder the next round, because they are still 1 round away from taking this game, Pub. That's the most important part. They can't get rattled at this point because they have to know we're just 1 round away.
Yeah,
but then that can also be their undoing, couldn't it?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if, well, if GamePub actually goes back to, you know, trying to get control over mid, and we'll probably see one of the guys in the apps try to take control over underpass there before they go up mid. But right now, NiKO wants to chase Angel.
Oh, but markeloff manages to get the return, and that's a very favorable trade here. Astana Dragons all of a sudden to man up. Not too shabby. I don't think he expected to have 2 guys there. In fact, Angel pushing up like that is not something that they've seen quite yet out of Astana Dragons. And with markeloff on the op as well, I mean, that's something to keep in mind as well. So now, well, Emmy's trying to nade it up here on A. He's trying to draw attention, and he's got 3 guys over here. That's the big deal, in fact. If he can get a kill, that would be massive. The longer he stays alive, the better this works out. But markeloff hops up onto boxes. It is all going to come down to Dosia, however. He is still holding, and he gets picked off. Now's the opportunity here for GamePub. They're going to get the plant. They have the time. They just need to throw down that bomb, and there we go. Intel gets the bomb down, and now, well, smokes are out, and this is going to get a bit tricky here for Astana Dragons.
They do have the man up though. Like, that's the thing working in their favor. And markeloff has picked up a Colt instead of, you know, drop the op for the retake.
But they lose
As
the man on
Intel.
short. They lose the man on short. They do spot out Intel, but a great shot. Yeah, that's the thing. That man advantage really playing out in the end. They lose the man on short, but it doesn't come down. I mean, what it comes down to is basically Kucher and markeloff splitting the difference. They just wrap around the site and catch everybody out.
And you know, right now Astana's gotten like something like 6 or 7 rounds in a row.
We can take a look at that now,
if I'm not mistaken.
So it looks like 6 rounds in a row for Astana Dragons. Thank you
6
very
rounds
much. And
in
as
a
far
row,
as total
yeah.
damage dealt, it looks like markeloff is sitting at the top of the pack right now for Astana Dragons. NENO doing the most for the T side. So, but that is kind of self-evident. I mean, if you take a look, markeloff actually doing the most damage is interesting, seeing as how he is not top fragging.
He's got that op.
That 457.
Yep.
I mean, hey, you get that headshot with it, totally breaks the scale. Not fair.
OP weapon.
Clearly, and again, demonstrating just that. That's another kill, markeloff. 1 goes down in mid, and markeloff again, he's got the sickest skin. That's like the sickest op skin. But now he may be able to find Kingor out here in underpass. That's a big deal. He gets that flash. Kingor pops around the corner, and markeloff, I think he spotted him. Ew. Scary.
And right now it seems like GamePub doesn't really have an answer to markeloff in mid. They're really struggling with getting somewhere, but as
now
I say
Kingor gets
that,
one of his own as well. This is a big play here. AdreN gets taken out, and now the 3 on 2. In fact, GamePub up a man. It's a completely different situation. Dosia tries to work his way through CPL. He's got a man on electric as well. Angel just trying to spot out the site. They get a nice molly. That's going to force Emmy to move. Or Intel, rather, but this is still at 3 on 2, and this is still so hard. We have a great hold coming in so far, but Dosia gets the first headshot. He's trying to pick off NENO, but they are not peeking. This is exactly what GamePub have to do. Just hold, play for the bomb. Don't show yourselves. Force them to come to you. But Dosia gets 1, and there's the plate coming in. Emmy spotted out in shadow. Now Dosia trying to go with the P250, but it's not going to happen. And GamePub take Astana Dragons out 2-0 in the first match of the Star Series.
And just crazy.